Chiefs Kingdom. Welcome into a brand new episode of the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. My name is Jackson Durham, and today we're talking about the aftershocks of a mega deal. The Kansas City Chiefs yesterday making a blockbuster trade with the Los Angeles Rams, sending away two-time All-Pro selection Trent McDuffie, something we've broke down in depth on this channel already. We talked about it in the video we made yesterday. We talked about it in the short we made yesterday. Today, we focus on, rather than the trade itself, what comes next. Because what the Kansas City Chiefs got in this deal is the opportunity to do a number of different things. A lot is on the table for this Kansas City Chiefs team over the next couple of months. We're going to talk about the number of different possibilities that they can attack, number of different ways they can go about it in this offseason. And I think the beautiful thing is there really isn't one right or wrong answer for this. There's so many paths to success because of this trade. I really think this trade opened things up a lot for the Kansas City Chiefs. Like I said off the top, I know it was a difficult goodbye to a great player with this team, but I truly think we should be fired up as Kansas City Chiefs fans. I truly think this is, at the end of the day, the right choice and one that sets this team up for success. And if you agree with me, if you're excited, if you're fired up about the number of possibilities that the Kansas City Chiefs have in front of them right now, all of the different things that they can do with the draft capital they've now assessed, with the cap space they've opened up, get fired up with me and like today's video. Get it out to more Chiefs fans, because I know a lot of people are down in the dumps about the Trent McDuffie trade, but there are so many silver linings here for this Chiefs team. And one of them is one of the best receivers in the NFL. How about Justin Jefferson being a Kansas City Chief? I know, sounds far-fetched, but I wasn't the only one throwing it out there. Will Blackman on Twitter, former NFL safety, he fired this one off, and it went pretty mega viral. A lot of people responded to it. He had a cool picture of Justin Jefferson photoshopped into a Chiefs jersey. He might have been a help from Grok the AI on Twitter there, but it's a cool idea. The idea of kind of rescuing him from the Vikings, like the Patriots did Randy Moss, bringing Justin Jefferson to play with Patrick Mahomes. And Adam Best of Arrowhead Addict responded to this with a bit of a trade idea: the 29th, the 40th, and two 2027 thirds for Justin Jefferson. And he asked, would you pull the trigger if you were the Chiefs or the Vikings? If I'm the Chiefs, hell yeah, I'm pulling the trigger on that. 100%. I'm running that trade in. Absolutely, I'm making that move. If Minnesota made that offer, you take that in a heartbeat. Because if you're not familiar, Justin Jefferson is truly unbelievable. And at this point, who isn't familiar with Justin Jefferson? And the reason why is what you're seeing on the screen right now. He has been truly dominant. And in this last season, his worst statistical in a number of years, he was equipped with one of the worst starting quarterbacks in the NFL, in J.J. McCarthy, for the vast majority of the season. Sorry to 9, but did not get off to a great start there. He would immediately become your receiver number one. Immediately become the best option in this entire depth chart, the best weapon available to Patrick Mahomes. And I want to talk more about the way he would connect with Patrick Mahomes, what he could possibly bring to the table. But before we do, I want to talk about what I am looking to trade on Polymarket, what I've been doing with Polymarket. For this game, Detroit versus Cleveland, Polymarket was giving Cleveland just a 43% chance to win, which was pretty wild to me. The value there was just way too good. The Cavs have been one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference this season, and I knew that they would pull this one out. So for those reasons, I took Cleveland at 43% to win this game. 100 winning me 232 if Cleveland took the dub. Plus, with Polymarket, you can trade in and out on momentum shifts without getting blocked or penalized. With in-game trading, once the Cavs got up, I could either ride it all the way out or I could sell early. For example, if you buy at 43% and sell it just 60%, you can snag a cool $140 payout. I kept an eye on a first half run. The Cavs got off to a hot start and they ran away with it early, gave me a great opportunity to sell. Guys, you can't do this with a traditional sports book, so get started today. Polymarket is legal in all 50 states. Download the app now to get to the top of the wait list. The only way to do that is by clicking my link in the description and the comment. But like I said, Patrick Mahomes is the reason why you make this move. This is all about supporting Patrick in the ways he now needs to be supported. Everything the Kansas City Chiefs do should, and I believe truly is, if you trace it all the way back, about supporting Patrick Mahomes. I think even this trade for Trent McDuffie at the end of the day is about creating an opportunity to do something that supports him in a major way. Is that Justin Jefferson, though? At the end of the day, guys, as fun of an idea as it is, as much as I would pull the trigger on it in a heartbeat, like I said, please understand this is not coming from me, but there is just no way the Vikings want to deal him. He is the number one attraction for a quarterback coming in free agency. He's their idea for, if you draft a quarterback, you know you can equip him with one of the best weapons at receiver in the entire league right now. Inarguably a top 5 option. That's why the Vikings, in my opinion, would not move on from him. Definitely not for the offer that Adam had. And I don't even know if there is an offer that Minnesota would jump at. To be completely honest with you, he might be one of those guys that is just so foundational to that team that they would want to keep him no matter what you threw at them, unless the offer was just groundbreaking in a way that the Chiefs don't want to do. So at the end of the day, I don't think Justin Jefferson, as fun of an idea as it possibly is a realistic trade option. At least not anywhere near as realistic as the next thing we're going to talk about, which is trading up for Jeremiyah Love. This is fun. This is pretty fascinating. I think what we're seeing in real time play out right now on social media is an excellent PR job by the Tennessee Titans. And if you haven't noticed this, they've been building a lot of smoke around the idea that Jeremiyah Love is a favorite target of theirs, the idea that they want to draft him at the 4th overall pick, the idea that they think he's the best player on the entire draft board. I think Matthew Berry was kind of in on this as well. I'm not saying Matthew Berry's on the Titans payroll, but I do think he was hearing from some people that might be pushing this. The sources that he had, I think, might be attempting to get this narrative out there. He said, and this got aggregated everywhere, the Tennessee Titans think Jeremiyah Love is the best player in the draft. And to be completely honest with you, the reason I said this is a smokescreen, and I've said this before, I don't think the Titans genuinely can afford to draft Jeremiyah Love. I think organizationally, Mike Borgonzi, a Kansas City guy, I think he's pretty smart. I think he realizes there are way too many holes on this roster to draft Jeremiyah Love or to draft somebody at 4 and solve all of our problems in one go. Let's instead try to generate as much interest as we can in a potential move down the board, accumulate more picks, and then still probably get the player on defense that Robert Saleh wants at the 9th overall selection. Here is the trade that I've seen thrown out a lot. We go up and get 4, which is a spot at which you could absolutely take Jeremiyah Love. The Titans get 9, the 2nd round pick for us in this draft, the 40th overall selection, and a 2027 4th round draft pick. I would make this move. Would you make this move? Like today's video if you would do this. If you're in on this trade, I need you to smash a like on today's video because, guys, I think this is absolutely possible. I really do think that there is a good chance the Kansas City Chiefs could go out and make this happen. If you don't, if you'd pass on this, or if you don't think it's something the Kansas City Chiefs would do, I want you to comment and tell me why. Lastly, let's talk about the last potential option for the Kansas City Chiefs. And it seems so obvious. Maybe you wouldn't even think it would be on this list, but just draft with all of these picks. You have so many picks Could you just use them all? Maybe. I mean, absolutely. Yeah, you could. You could just sit and take 9 young players across the draft board. It is absolutely possible, even though that seems maybe too obvious, maybe not as exciting as a splashy trade, moving up the board to get a Jeremiyah Love, making a huge move for a Justin Jefferson or someone else along those lines. It is absolutely possible that the Kansas City Chiefs feel the best path forward is to load up on young, inexpensive talent. And if there was ever a time to do it, you have an arsenal of draft picks to make it happen, and a draft class that is considered to have solid depth at positions you have major needs at, like corner right now, considering the trade of Trent McDuffie. So it is absolutely possible that they could just sit and pick. All 9 of these could get burned on good young players, hopefully good young players that would be cheap for the Kansas City Chiefs to then develop over a 4-year period, try to get back into Super Bowl contention that way, relying on young guys to step up and play great football. I don't really think that's going to be the path, though. I don't think it is highly likely, or even maybe plus a 50% chance, that they burn all 9 of these picks on young players. I think at least a couple of them are being packaged in a trade up of some variety, whether that's to go get Jeremiyah Love or somebody else. I think it is highly unlikely that Brett Veach uses all 9 of these picks on draft picks. And when and if they do make a move, whether that's on draft night, whether that's over the next couple of weeks, obviously free agency is getting going in just a few days. We are going to be covering everything, guys. We are your one-stop shop for Kansas City Chiefs news, Kansas City Chiefs rumors. We cover everything around this football team. I think we really did a good job of proving that yesterday when the breaking news around Trent McDuffie came up. We had our video out in less than 30 minutes. So make sure you're locked in. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, let's go Chiefs.